in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Razorbacks will kick it away first. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Beavers offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Beavers look to keep this drive humming. It's a draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Fighting off the defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's complete to the left. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Quickly complete. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Power football with the run. Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back up.
Off to the races to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks have taken it inside the 20. Looking downfield on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarter.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road in this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will take the field first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the Oregon State Beavers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. A strike downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Beavers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Goes to the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Beavers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Sperry. Quarterback extends the play. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and beat a more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They boot it away. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And the Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hamilton. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hamilton. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sperry. Going for the big play. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the running game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
He's going to fire to the left. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Oregon State! And that one will give them the lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been...
He's loose. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Razorbacks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Razorbacks are on the move. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gossett. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 35 over Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle. It's Simon. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Makes it past the marker. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. And the Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the victory.